what's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday. It's what, the second week of August.
Yeah.
Second week of August, and I'm with my good fishing buddy Gerry Brousseau. You know, we've done a lot of tournaments together.
A lot, buddy.
And this week we had a deal. What it is? We're working with Spike It Products.
Yeah.
And they have a new product, and we're going to show it to you in a second. We're going to talk about this new enhanced sonic coat. But anyway, Gerry and I got together 2 days ago and went up to your lake and up there in Highlands County. Tell us about that lake. Tell us about what happened.
Man, that's kind of a secret lake. We use it for filming a lot. And we went out there and we keyed on some brush piles. We keyed on some shell beds, and then we just chased bait around trying to find some big fish. And I told Roland, I said, this is going to be the greatest testing grounds for this new product and some of the baits we're using. And man, just wait till it comes out. You're going to be impressed with what you see.
Now, I caught a couple decent ones, but you caught a 1 over 5. I thought that was the big fish. And then yesterday about noon, about this time yesterday, he made a cast of the big Swimbait. Boy, you got an 8-pounder. We got that up to show you too. But anyway, let's just show them what the sonic coat is.
Okay.
Let's talk about what we're talking about.
So let me talk about the sonic coat. This is sonic coat. This is spray on.
It's a prototype at this point.
Yeah, it's not available right now, but this is spray on. And this takes about a minute or 2 to dry. And you can put it on soft baits, hard baits, everything else.
And so what it does, it enhances the lure signal. In other words, when we're looking at here's the screen of a school of fish. We're in a big school of fish right here. And I don't know if you'll see us making a cast right here. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I got to try to get this thing going. But anyway, that's an actual live photograph. I guess the lure's coming right through there. There's the lure. It's coming along. The fish are chasing it. They're not eating it. That's the other thing about this whole setup is we didn't catch a fish on that particular scene. I'll just shut it off. But what it is, you saw the lure coming through there, just like you saw the fish. And by putting the sonic coat on there, what it does is it enhances the signal. So.
Okay. Now let me explain this one. This is the brush-on applicator. This is gold. This is a really good product. You put it on hard baits, soft baits, anything like that. Very durable. It stays for the entire day.
You put one on.
Let me look here. I'm going to try it here. Here you go, right here.
We put it on this
I'm stuck in this other rod over here, buddy.
Yeah, we put it on this.
See if you can get me off that other rod.
What is it? I don't know.
Hang on, just twist it around.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, show that gold bait.
What it is, it adds color to it. It's kind of neat because all of a sudden you got a gold sinker.
Yeah, we did the sinker, we did the nose part of it. And this will last all day long, one application.
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the day, if you want to get it off, it simply just comes right off. You can take it right back off. Now, when you do this, it's like a minute or 2 of dry time, so you can't throw right away. Let it dry. Now, the other one, Roland, this is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you why. This is the gel. It's garlic scented. And this is an applicator. Yeah. You just squeeze it and put it on, and right away you can go ahead and fire it out there. And what it's got
this is the one you put it on. You remember that first day? You had almost a 6-pounder.
Right.
You put that on this exact plug.
This is called the Sneaky Pete. And I caught the 5-1 on the Sneaky Pete right here. And man, you should have seen that thing light up on the screen.
It really looked good.
It was crazy. And we cleaned it off so you can see it clean.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Now the real big one, the one that's almost 8 pounds.
You got to show them that.
That came on a $200 bait made by KGB.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this bait! Look at that lure. That's almost 8 pounds. He caught it yesterday, about this time, yesterday afternoon, and he caught it on this
big bait right here. $200 bait. When these things go online, they last 20 minutes, but that fish ate that.
Well, now
we got to see all that footage right on the screen.
You said $200. Now that's one thing. That's a KGB. That's the original one.
Right.
But now what Spro did? Now here's my company that I work with is Spro, and that's a KGB Chad. It's still the same company that Gerry had, except that they bought the rights to produce it as well. So they have a version. It's the Chad copy.
Exactly.
And it's called a Chad. That's the original. That's $200. This one is of course a different color. In fact, here's the one that I was using. It's pretty.
The biggest difference is this is machine painted. This is hand painted. Somebody airbrushes
but this is $65.
Right.
This is $200.
Right, and these are custom, and these are very limited. Maybe once a year will he put these baits out.
But now, how did you retrieve that? What were you doing to retrieve that?
Glide it, just throw it out there. It falls about 1 foot in 4 seconds. So you got to look at, again, here, and you can't see it here because it's just a copy of it, but this is like 18 feet. So actually, there's one of my baits right there sinking down.
Is that coming down?
Yeah, it's coming down. But what you do is you watch it, and then when it gets in the middle here, you start to give it little short jerks.
Now, that's a school of fish. Now,
right.
That's maybe some smaller fish, but look at these guys here are pretty big. And these guys here are pretty big. That could be 6 and 8 pound bass.
Now let me tell you about this sonic coat. The test that we did, believe it or not, look at this little tiny bait.
Oh, so cool.
This little tiny bait, we sprayed this on it.
Yeah.
And it glowed like a baseball on the screen.
We could see that really easy and coming down. And actually, I caught bluegills. And they were bluegills as big as your hand. And I caught 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
But about 5 or 6 times, you could see the bait coming down, that little jig coming down. And here 2 or 3 bluegills come after it. Boom. Got it.
Right. Now look how small that bait is, and it looked like a baseball out there glowing when it sank down. And Roland could actually see all the fish, because I didn't try and fish for the bluegill. You caught a whole bunch, and it'll be in the video too. Yeah, but man, he could see the fish come, and he could see him eat it. It was crazy.
The whole thing about forward-facing sonar, there's old school, and that's the power fisherman guys. That's kind of like Gerry and I. We go to Okeechobee with a big flipping stick, and we're throwing in weeds and heavy cover for most of our fish. But that's not the modern technology is, of course, the guys that are winning all the tournaments now are all using the Lowrance Active Target or the Garmin live scope.
Yep.
And
Pan optics, they also call it.
And they're hooking it up. Another little thing that we're doing here is that by having this ride height on here. Now, what this is, let me just show you real quick, and I'll get around here and I'll talk about it. The active target system is that thing. When I hit this button right here, I can go. In other words, I can put this in what they call anchor mode or spot lock, like with the motor guide or in the Minn Kota, it's called spot lock.
Yeah.
But with this is a move trolling motor by Power Pole, and they call it anchor mode. You put it in anchor mode, it holds right there into the wind. Now I can take this ride height system and see how the ride height moves it around. I can now rotate this until I see the fish or the brush pile or the edge of the grass or the point or the sunken boat or whatever the heck I'm looking for. You can see that by rotating this around, and it holds right there in that one position. So anyway, that's kind of part of the deal that we're working with. That's pretty cool.
Now on the Sneaky Pete that we were talking about a while ago, they caught a fish on. Here's that 5-1. You can see it's a good healthy fish, and it ate this swim bait right here. And same thing, just throwing it in there. This has a lot quicker of a sink, so you can fish it a little quicker and just jerking it along. And the key is when you're using your electronics is wherever you cast the bait, make sure you get the bait down into these pods and sometimes below, because some of your bigger bass will be down in here. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a brush pile right here.
But
there's fish up above it.
Right here.
Yes.
And this is 50 feet. It happened to be 50 feet. It doesn't show on the screen because this is just a shot. But on the regular depth finder, you'll see that the 50 feet, that's adjustable. You could have it 100 feet. You could have it 20 feet. But anyway, that's how far out. Right now, they're about 40 feet from the boat. 40 feet out from that.
Now, a lot of people say, hey, you know, when you guys show your units and when you show your pictures, we don't have that clarity. And let me tell you, the clarity on that unit is better than what you're seeing here, because the recorder that we use is only like 780 versus 1080.
720, yeah.
720, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of distortion. But this is done by a C-clear cable, which is running Roland's boat. And that thing gives 100% power. It's an 8-gauge wire, and it really enhances your picture quite a bit. And the thing that people don't understand is when you're looking at your screen like this, because this is exactly what you'll see. So somebody will throw out, and he'll see his bait, and he'll see his bait go like this, and then he'll automatically go, oh, wait a minute, the fish are more to the right, and he'll cast to the right. That's not true.
That's not true. Right?
That's not true.
Actually,
what it
right is farther out.
It's further out, exactly.
So if that came in here, that's 30 feet, you'd have to cast a little farther.
Exactly, which in this case maybe cast out 40, 45
now, here's
feet.
the problem. and it takes a real expert to do this. It's not simple. This is not the easiest thing in the world. It works really well if you do it right, but it only has a 15-degree cone. Is that right?
19.
19 degrees.
19 degrees.
So in other words, when that's in the water and that transducer's looking out there, and I'm looking at the fish, it's only 19 degrees, which is just a little narrow slice.
Exactly.
If I throw just a foot to the right, the bait doesn't show up. You have to get the bait into that cone,
right?
And that cone is only 19 degrees. So 360 degrees around you, 19 degrees to throw to.
Now the thing is if you're first learning and you want to make it easy on yourself, instead of looking at 19 degrees, if you got a Lowrance, you set your unit into what we call the scout mode.
Okay, that makes sense.
It'll show you almost 180 degrees. Okay. So then you can cast like this, and you're going to stay within that target. Or if you got a Garmin, it's called the perspective, and that'll help. But by far the forward is the best because you can pinpoint exactly. Yeah. And how many fish did you catch where you actually watched the fish eat the bait?
Oh yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
You didn't even feel them. You just set the hook because you saw them eat the bait.
And the sad thing was, we were watching the depth finder when that 8-pounder came up, and we could clearly see that big old Swimbait coming through there, and you could clearly see like 2 or 3 bass coming on it. Unfortunately, we didn't record that one. That was the one we didn't get recorded. But
so anyway, far, we haven't found it. We're still looking. But again, we just got off the water yesterday and just got back to our homes last night. So we're still going through the footage. But, man, we are so excited to show you guys this. We can't wait till it gets out on the market. Just keep checking in on the Spike It site or any of your places like Bass Pro or Tackle Warehouse, wherever sells it. And just keep looking and seeing when it comes out. We expect 60 to 90 days. But this stuff will outlast the competitors. I guarantee you this lasted a whole entire day without another reapplying. This one here, because it is a gel, if you grab your bait too much or you catch 5, 6 fish, just recoat it once in a while. But still, it'll last an amazing time. And this is almost as durable as this. So in durability, it'd be this one first, this one second, this one third. And I love this one because it's scented. And see, the garlic or game fish are the 2 scents, and they seem to give me more bites on soft plastics.
Okay, this is an update for the week. So that's the big deal. We really had a good time with the trip. Now, next week, I'm going to have my hernia operation. And so next Wednesday, I don't know what's going to happen next Friday because I won't have a chance to fish. So at least we'll talk about the tackle. We'll have an update of some sort. And if nothing else, I'll give Gerry a call because he'll be out fishing. You're going to go back up there.
Yeah, I'll come down. You know, I'll come down because you're having that surgery. I'll come down and give you a hand with it, and we'll go through some stuff, and we'll try and give you an update a little bit.
But anyway, that's the update of the week. And I tell you what, hey, hit that likes button because I tell you that I got O'Reilly's to work with and a Bass Pro and Frog Togs and some really great people. Also, the Booyah products. They got an award this last week. 2 weeks ago at the ICAST show for that new product, the Salt Away, and a couple other products. Because it's a direct release green wash system that you can now directly release into the water. Anyway, that's a big deal. Okay, folks, we'll see you again soon.
Let's put this up here one more time, and we'll have the camera guy just scan across those so you can see them all.
Okay. We'll see you again next week. Hey, folks. Hey, thanks for watching.
See y'all.